This is Chris with Phishing Box. Today we're going to talk about being programmatic with your security awareness training. In today's environment, more than ever, we're going to be focusing on the employee as being the most important part of an organization's security. At this point, it's going to be a lot more difficult for someone to hack or break some type of technical control. And as a result, it really means that the point of intrusion is going to originate from an employee. What we should do to improve that would be actually focusing on general security awareness for those end users. Are they going to be able to adequately identify suspicious activity and remediate appropriately? Some key components here are going to be the initial training. We want to make sure that every single employee receives that training, particularly our new hires. They're going to be the most at-risk users. All of this training can certainly be focused on specific groups as well. Depending on a specific group's access to information, they may be more at risk, whether it be access to information, physical office location, role and responsibility, and that role-based training should certainly be implemented. From there, we're going to be focusing on ongoing training. Certainly, you don't expect to train a dog in one session. Similarly, you want to make sure that we're doing some type of recurring training for our employees. Some employees are just going to need a little bit of extra help. They may need to be reminded of changes to the specific attack landscape, and we should be continuing to train those users over a period of time. The next piece here is actually going to be the testing and simulation component. With that testing and simulation component, we want to simulate real-world scenarios. From there, we can really get an understanding of what our overall user's awareness looks like and develop risk profiles. That will also allow us to more adequately focus our training and tie into our next component, which is going to be remedial training. For those employees that aren't necessarily getting it, we should have a more specific focus for our training, and that would be remedial training. If they're not meeting that standard, we need to be able to deliver timely training that's also going to be contextual and relevant to their lack of understanding. Final component is going to be suspicious activity reporting. We want to be able to create a channel that allows for an employee to actually identify emails as suspicious, or if it's some type of other communication, and be able to easily report that as a suspicious activity. As employees report suspicious activity using those mechanisms, it's going to tie back to one of our key metrics, which is the Net Reporter Score. And this will essentially give us a way to quantify what our overall company's risk looks like for phishing. The Phishing Box platform has multiple tools that are going to make this security awareness training a lot easier to administrate. It'll allow you to be more programmatic. The first piece of that is going to be a learning management system. This learning management system that's integrated into the platform will allow you to distribute content. Not only will it allow you to distribute this training, it allows us to track the progression. It allows us to track exactly how our end users are doing, how they are interacting with those training materials. And then that way we have an aggregated view from a reporting perspective. The next piece is going to be the actual phishing simulation. This allows us, once again, just to be able to distribute actual simulated phishing emails, determine what our overall risk looks like, determine if our employees are identifying them, if they need a little bit of extra help. The next piece is going to be that reporting mechanism, and then finally oversight. We want to be able to tie all of those tools together, so as we administrate, we can jump into a single view and we can see how each one of those components for security awareness training is actually going. A robust security awareness training program is a really important part of an overall company's security posture. If you need help or you'd like to talk more about being programmatic with your security awareness training, please feel free to reach out to us, www.phishingbox.com. Thank you.